everybody. My name is Josh Fisher, and I'm a member here at the ASU Land Powerlifting team. This will be my third year on the team. And today I'm going to demonstrate how I think is the best way to perform the low bar squat. So, step one, we're going to determine our stance width. Now, your stance width is going to vary a little bit from person to person, but for most people, a shoulder width stance with their toes pointed out about 30 to 40 degrees will work well. To get the stance in position without even the bar, you can bend down like this and push out against your knees. See how my knees are out in line with my toes? Right here is going to be the ideal bottom position for a low bar squat. Our back is slightly bent forward, we're bent over a little bit, and our knees are out past our toes. This is going to be your ideal depth position. Now let's go over grip. Grip is going to vary a little bit between person to person, width-wise, how narrow it is or how wide. What you're going to do is you're going to rest the bar across here on your rear delts. To get into this position, we're going to want to scrunch up our back like this. Once you have your back scrunched up like this, you'll find a shelf. It won't be resting on the traps. That will be a high bar squat. You're going to have it resting on the rear deltoids. You can either choose a bent wrist position, a flat wrist position, thumbs under, or thumbs over. Basically, whatever works for you and whatever comfortable for you. For me, I do thumbs over. Want to walk it out? I would recommend taking no more than 3 steps. You can take one out and then one here and maybe adjust your foot slightly. To start the squat, we're going to walk out our knees, flatten our back. We're going to want to pull our rib cage down. So this is going to be basically contracting your abs. Right here is going to be our ideal starting position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break at the knees and the hips simultaneously. Just like this. The reason why I say to bend at the knees and the hips at the same exact time, this is going to allow the bar to stay over the middle of your foot. We don't want the bar to drift back under the heels or the toes. This will be an inefficient way to squat. Basically, we want a nice vertical bar path aligned with the midfoot throughout the entire length. Breaking at the knees and the hips at the same time will help us accomplish this. Now let's go over depth. There's lots of questions out there about depth. What is proper depth? What's not proper depth? Well, the way I judge depth is by how my federation judges it, or USAPL. Basically, what this is going to be is you want the hip crease below the top of the kneecap. So basically, right about here would be proper depth. And getting into this position and pushing out of the knees will help you ingrain this position of depth in your head. You don't want to squat too deep or squat too high. For example, this would be an example of too high squat. We also don't want to go too low with dive bar. Squatting too high or quarter squatting will lower the quads, and of course you won't get efficient depth. Squatting too low, work to where your hamstrings are pretty much slamming against your calves, is inefficient because it pushes your knees forward and can even throw your weight forward onto your toes, and in some cases you can develop patellar tendinopathy, or tendonitis essentially in the patella from repetitively slamming against your knees at the bottom. So the ideal depth position would be here as follows. Right here. We want our hips slightly below the top of our patella. We want to ingrain this position in rep after rep to get this depth achieved in our mind over and over again. Now a quick note on breathing and bracing. Like I said earlier, we want our back to be flat the whole time. Since it is a low bar squat, we're going to have a little bit more of a bend in the torso than versus a high bar squat. This would be an example. You can get on the side here for this. Some people have been taught to squat with their back arched like this. You don't want this. This would be an example of not optimal squat technique for the low bar. What we want to do is pull our rib cage down. Here would be neutral. I have neutral back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the big belly into my stomach. Breathe real deep into your stomach, then flex your abs real hard like someone's about to punch in the stomach. This analogy helps a lot of people. Now, what we also don't want to do is flex at the spine or round at the back while squatting. Here's an example of what not to do, or lumbar flexion. Alright guys, that pretty much covers it for the low bar squat. Why I recommend the low bar squat over the high bar or the front squat is ultimately due to leverages and bar position. We are going to use more musculature in the low bar squat than the high bar or the front squat, which would make it an optimal squat for strength in the end, because we're going to be able to lift more weight than the high bar and the front squat. Not that the high bar squat or the front squat's bad. Plenty of people have gotten strong using those type of squats. But this low bar squat is going to be basically the go-to squat I would choose if I was going to try to make someone stronger on the squat. I hope this video was very informative for you guys. That was basically my way of teaching the low bar squat. Maybe you can take this information into further do when you squat next time.